Welcome back. It's Boomhauer. It's been a little while. Let's talk a little bit about Hero Duel Glory, which I have not played as much for about the last month or two. It's been busy with several things, vacation and some other things. I haven't really been playing that much on Sunday afternoons, so I've kind of accumulated some extra passes, and I'm finally doing a little bit more this afternoon. So one thing here is, why do you want to do Hero Duel Glory? Obviously, people know about the troop chips and all that stuff. There are some challenges. I think it's in this one. Yeah, there are Arena Legend 1 for survival, which I think is boring because there's no variety in it, and 80 to 90% of the heroes are useless in there. Everybody uses the same defense because it's not very well balanced, even with the emergencies, by the way. And I just find it boring. Also, the prizes stink in there. So Arena Legend 1 is something, I mean, you could try to do once. It takes some luck, to be honest, to get top 3 in survival. Arena Legend 3, though, I think is more fun. You're going to need really strong heroes, to be honest, to have a chance at top 10 Hero Duel Glory. But even if you can finish top 30 in that event, you still get some pretty good prizes, as you'll see. So, what do you get for this? You get these Acropolis skins, which are kind of cool. That doesn't say Acropolis, does it? No, it doesn't. It says something else that I can't pronounce, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it. You also get some Apex hero frames, though. The same types of frames that you can get in Wasteland King. What am I looking at here? Hero Duel Glory. So the reward, the season-long reward, you can see these Apex frames. Depending on how highly you finish, they have different durations. Some of them are 7 days, just like you get in Wasteland. Others down to rank 30, they're a shorter duration, but 1 day is still pretty useful if you plan, if you're going to do some spending or something else, then you can activate the frame to get the 5% diamonds for that day. So these rewards are pretty good, especially if you compare that to survival, which again, I'm not putting a ton of effort into these days. I finished second in this once, and you can see I got 4,500 of these crappy medals that don't get you a lot of interesting stuff. Even if you finish first, you get a frame, which it does boost fighters, which is pretty cool, but I don't know. Juice is not worth the squeeze, if you ask me. So, Hero Duel Glory, as I mentioned, I've been playing this a little bit more today than I have in recent weeks, because I wanted to kind of show you how this works. Sorry, just putting something on my grill here. Should probably turn that heat down slightly. Alright, so yeah, I've already done some of this today. One just quick thing in here about might. Might does not indicate how strong your defenses are, but what it does do is there are plenty of players who only look at might and don't look at how good your defenses actually are. And they'll challenge you if you have low might. Like anybody up here, I don't see a lot of it. Like number 16 is 54 million might, or number 19 is 52 million. They're going to be targets in the last hour and a half of this, which is about how long we have left, because they're low might. Does not mean they have bad defenses, it just means they're more likely to be challenged. And a lot of this event is not winning on defense, it's discouraging people from challenging you in the first place. Because if you don't get challenged, you're not going to lose points. So, yeah, having somebody bypass challenging you is just as good as actually winning on a defense in a lot of ways. So, and even, I mean, even me here, I'm a little bit low compared to some of the people around me. So you can see the options I have to face here are all higher might defenses than me. Let's look at this. By the way that you get over 19 million might on a defense, these +8 heroes, if you look at, let's look at an example here. So Ulrich is 3.79 something million compared to, let's look at Zephyr, is 3.769, so a little bit lower. So why is Ulrich higher? It's actually higher because of this specialty thing. So as you start matching these tiles, you can see that gave me 28,000 extra might there toward the bottom of the screen. So that is one secondary advantage of doing that troop specialization, is you'll get higher might, and it'll work in your favor for an event like this where you're trying to discourage people from attacking you based on might. Okay, so now with that long introduction, let's actually get into some of the gameplay here. And actually this player I just clicked on, this looked kind of interesting because I think this is a reasonable matchup for the offenses that I use. You're not going to face a lot of bad heroes in here, especially late Sunday afternoon if you're pretty high in the rankings. Obviously, tons of +8, 400 heroes here, lots of hero skins. I'm sure lots of very good weapons. So, my kind of default, this is my third offense, and you'll see how it works as we go through this. This is my first offense, and this is my second offense. I think actually I like the matchups just kind of as they are here. This number 3 offense wins probably 95% of the time, if not more, by the way, and it usually goes up against their number 1 defense. So you'll see that Agent X and Lady M work very well together as we go through this. Alright, so what we want to do here is we want to avoid being ignited by Phoenix, and we want to kill Fox as soon as we can because she's their healer. Well, that was convenient, getting all of those purple tiles. So what I would like to do is get, okay, Lady M is set. Well, we got lucky here with this tile setup, and you're going to see why in just a minute. So normally when you rage Agent X, it says that she is unable to gain rage for 4 rounds, and you can't dispel that. So that means that if you do that, you can't heal that with Fox or Mantis. But what you can do is you can use Lady M, and now she's immune to debuffs for 2 rounds. So you use Agent X, and then notice she is not blocked from gaining rage because she was immune to debuffs. So they work extremely well together, because also this Fox now is blocked from gaining, I don't know why it keeps clicking on a frame. Apparently I can't click on the, okay. So she can't gain rage for 4 rounds, and she's going to lose 99% of her health in 4 rounds. So that seems like a pretty good combination, doesn't it? The only thing you need is you're going to need 1 hero to kind of finish it off. By the way, Zephyr's counterattack here, I think I do want that to be active, because we're about to be hit by Nom and also Ephraim. So that'll do pretty decent damage to them. Actually, that was terrible. She only did 200 damage. Ephraim did a little bit more and hurt himself in the process. I was hoping I could get Lady M recharged before their Phoenix went off, but that is not looking promising. What I can do, though, I still have this counterattack. I only have 1 round of the counterattack left, so I actually want to recharge. Wow. I didn't quite get Lady M recharged. But we do have the counterattack up, so Phoenix is going to take a pretty big hit here by attacking us. Okay, so look, she lost about almost 3/4 of her health doing that. So not bad. Let me flip my hatch chili peppers here again. Come on. Okay, should probably turn this heat down a little bit too. Turn that down a little bit. Okay. All right. I'm going to make a comment here about Samuel too in a minute. So Requiem is ignited, and she's going to be killed after taking 1 more round of Ignite, so I need to use her now. I'm going to target Nom because red is strong against green, so I want to be sure that I hit Nom out of the 3 that Requiem is targeting. Okay. 2 of them got paralyzed, it looked like. Nom, no. Lavina got paralyzed. Yeah, it looks like Phoenix did as well. Okay, so what I want to say here is Samuel is not quite dead yet. He might die pretty soon, though, because 3 of them are about to attack, and he's taking ignite damage. Based on my experience, Samuel is more likely to target your ally heroes the higher they are in rage. So right now, among my heroes, I think he's most likely to target Lady M, because she's almost filled anyway. So I don't want to use Samuel, because I'm going to get Lady M recharged there. So I think a frame is the one I'm most worried about here. So let's freeze his rage. Do a little extra damage to Phoenix. Well, and all our heroes were pretty low rage, so Samuel just happened to hit Lady M again with that. It would have been nice if he hit Agent X, but he didn't. Okay, so we'll just freeze Nom because she's getting pretty close to raging. Nom was also not paralyzed from Requiem because that also stopped some of the rage prior to that, by the way. Okay, so... And this is how this ends up on this offense when you're kind of late in a match. Notice Zephyr, who can heal 5%, the 2 next to him, and also give them counterattack. I'm going to win just by having these 3 alive. And also with Samuel and Requiem gone, then I'm guaranteed to get a counterattack out of this because they can't hit anybody except the 3 that I have counterattack up on. Okay, so I'm going to explode the green dynamite first because Samuel's attack is lower than Requiem's, and if I explode the green first, the red is going to explode naturally after that. But as you know, tiles do more damage if they explode later on, so I think the red is going to do 1.1x damage here. Or 1 point, yeah, I missed it when I looked at it, but yeah, it did more than 1x damage because it was not the first one to hit. Alright, all of mine have counterattack. Phoenix is going to do her regular attack here very soon, so she's going to kill herself. A frame, I still need to get rid of him because just his stunning and all that stuff will cause some problems. I don't care that Lavina healed herself. She's not going to destroy my entire team by herself. I could have used Lady M there just to prevent the guaranteed stun from Nom, but, I mean, who cares? Okay, let's finish off, yeah. Alright, so now we are ready to take out another one. Neither one of them are really a problem. The heal steal is not in effect right now, so let's just get rid of Lavina, because we can do it without her stealing the heal from Lady M. Sorry, I was flipping my peppers again. Okay, it's just going to be a little slow here finishing, but not really a big deal. We got counterattack up. Nom is going to be raging again soon. Alright, so that's done. I kind of want Nom to rage because she's going to counterattack, get hit with a counterattack. She's doing so little damage, though, that isn't actually helping us finish her off faster. Okay. Alright, so let's just close this one out. And she is slow. Okay, Nom's gone. Alright, good. Offense number 2 here. Nothing really here that I'm worried about. The yellows are all getting 5% extra rage per round next to Lady M. So I'm probably going to take a hit from the twins pretty early on, especially because they start with some rage. Iron Claw lowers defense, but only for one of my heroes, so they don't have Ulrich or a frame here, so I'm not going to have to worry about all of my defense being lowered when those twins go off. So, I mean, that's kind of what you should look at when you start a match, is kind of how could you lose it. That is a way to lose if the twins are active with like Natalie plus, you know, a frame or somebody where your entire team is screwed up. But none of that was the case there. So we took the hit as we expected we'd be able to. Ulrich is blocked from gaining rage, so I think it's easy to take one hit from the twins, but now that's not ideal because Fox was just blocked. So I'm probably going to try to lower the rage here. Our Ulrich can... yeah, I can get rage now. I'm going to switch that so that I don't hit. Alright, this is not going particularly well because we got unlucky with who Lady M targeted. If I do that yellow, I'd like to get another blue match. Okay, they're blocked from debuffs, so always be careful of that with Lady M, because that would be just a bad move to use her there, use Phoenix there, and they don't actually get the ignite. Okay, I'm gonna be a little greedy here because we're not gonna cause M to rage if we do it like that, but we're gonna get them minus 44% defense. M is not going to be able to block their debuffs. Their attack is also lowered because we just used Myers, and then we are going to do a ton of damage with Phoenix there. A lot of them are about to rage anyway, so this is a good time to use that dynamite. Okay, the twins are obviously going to do some damage here, but let's just hold on. And yeah, wasn't too bad because our defense was raised due to Ulrich. And the twins, by the way, are immune to ignite. They are not immune to blast, which is what Phoenix does at the end of those rounds. And if this were late in the event, I would have paused right there before killing the twins, because this event ends at 4:59 for me. So you want to get that final win at like 4:58 so that this person I just beat won't have time to challenge me back. That's something you need to do in this, unfortunately, if you want to get a high finish. Yeah, and the way the points just worked out, we just moved into first place. But obviously, I highly doubt we're going to finish there. So hopefully that tells you a little bit about how Sunday afternoon Glory goes. And then eventually, if you do this for a year and a half, all of my troop chips have been from this. I've never gotten any from Doomfest. You'll slowly get them to like 8-star, where you can start doing some of the modification, and you'll get some extra stats out of that. But I mean, they're not going to be game changing regardless, but they are kind of cool. All right, have a good one.